Hey everyone, and welcome to day 15 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got The House on Haunted Hill 1959 movie review. Would you stay in a haunted house if someone paid you? I know I would, because I ain't afraid of no ghosts. So as far as the story goes, in 1959, this horror film by William Castle has guests being invited to a mansion that may be haunted and stay the night for $10,000. Today, that's the equivalent of $85,302.42. That's a lot of cheddar. I'd say sign me up. Too bad they are all given guns to protect themselves, which leads me to believe that this isn't about ghosts at all, but the fight to survive human attacks. There were plenty of interesting scenes going on that involved human interactions and maybe a smoke and mirrors routine that left the guests on edge. So it's almost like the game of Clue, and yet there was a movie of Clue, so I can definitely see some similarities there. So as far as the casting goes, you've got Vincent Price, who has starred in several decades worth of horror films, and he plays this rich guy, Frederick, who lives with his wife in this house and comes off as entitled but seems to have an agenda up his sleeve. It definitely shows his persona fits well here. Like many of the other guests who get chills being there, one woman in particular named Nora, played by Carolyn Craig, seems to be the main target of the horror, and her acting is executed where at times her reactions seem to be believable. And I was very suspicious of some of the others and weirded out by that one guy who was really crazy looking and just seemed to be drunk half the time. So the things that I liked about this movie was that the production design, it didn't seem like a typical horror movie, but until everybody enters this place, I mean, it just really shows how creepy it can be, and there are some suspenseful moments that popped up, and it felt more authentic, and you've got that mix of horror and mystery that kept me on the edge of my seat. And it was also pretty cool to hear the score, and especially during the scenes where there is that tension being built up and the people are experiencing these horrific entities and among other elements in the movie. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that at times it felt predictable, and actually this is the first time I'm seeing this movie, and I didn't even bother to see the remake, so yeah, because I just knew that that was going to be horrible. And sometimes this movie did get a little bit cheesy. So overall, I would say that this movie maybe doesn't exactly stand the test of time. It's still a pretty decent film, and I enjoyed watching it, so maybe you guys would too. So I may actually recommend seeing this movie, whether you guys haven't, or if you have seen the remake, how do these two movies compare? And I would give this 4 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The House on Haunted Hill 1959, and come back tomorrow for day 16 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.